motivation and things like that. He's been a great person, that I can always talk to and things like that. So I feel like he's pretty much been the same person, all year to me, honestly, for sure.
I know you mentioned he's been the same person since you've come here, but how have you seen your relationship with him progress since coming to Georgia?
Oh, yeah, no, just having more conversations with him over time, getting a chance to bond a little bit more, just talking about certain things off the field, how things are going, how his trip's been going, when we have certain times off, and just asking about his family and things like that, asking about his cows and stuff. But we have a good relationship, get a chance to do certain things after practice and things like that, to get on the same page. And I'm definitely blessed for our relationship.
Have you got to see his cows yet?
Nah, I haven't got a chance to see him, but he was telling me about it. He's like, yeah, I went back to go see him and everything. So I know he enjoyed that.
Thanks, Zachariah.
Guessing you didn't have cows in Vegas.
No, sir.
No cows.
No, sir.
You played, 2 years in the Big Ten?
I played 1 year Big Ten, 1 year Pac-12.
Oh, that's right. You were the switch. Is there any difference when you compare, at least your year in the Big Ten, what you see talent-wise, to what this year was?
I think both conferences definitely had a lot of great players, and a lot of great teams in both conferences. One thing I would just say is the trenches, I feel like, are a couple of them D linemen that didn't play this year is like, okay, some pretty big dudes right there. But I feel like both conferences definitely had a lot of great talent in them.
There's this SEC sort of Big Ten battle that's played out the last few years. Big Ten has kind of won the championship the last couple of years. Put your finger on why, when you look back on that?
I don't really pay too much attention to, whatever other teams are doing. I just try to focus on, the plan that we have going for our team. I just try to put my best foot forward and all my effort into the team that I'm on.
When did Georgia get on your radar screen?
Georgia was on my radar screen, once I got in the transfer portal. I knew a few guys over here and things like that. I was just looking for an overall place that, had a great culture and a winning culture and a place that had players that were willing to, get better and compete every single day at practice. And I feel like they were a great contender, and, I ended up here for a reason.
Who'd you know over here?
I knew Rod Robinson. I knew specifically coaching staff, D. Hill, and then I knew Coach Dante as well. And Jaden Rashada's not here as well no more, but I knew Jaden Rashada, and a couple other guys I can't think of off the top of my head. But
so what'd they tell you that made you think? Because obviously people have been kind of scared about Georgia because receivers don't put up huge numbers because they distribute the ball around and everything. Like what made them made you kind of say, this is where I want to be?
Really just the structure of the overall program, the pedigree of the program, the culture that Coach Smart has established and the coaching staff has established at this university. It's built on family, connection, a lot of hard work. So that's always my mentality, that to get better every single day. And I know that this place was going to be able to push me to get better every single day. I didn't know what stats I was going to get, coming into it or anything, but I just knew that this was a program that I would get better every single day. And, whatever happened after that was going to be by the grace of God. So I just trusted that plan from there.
What about the first time you got called out on the microphone? I heard the other day you getting called out for 20 yards, the ball rolling, that kind of stuff. He gets on everybody, right?
Definitely. He does a lot of stuff on that mic every single day, and I can respect him for it because, he's the same person every single day. I told him, Coach, I respect that you on that mic holding us accountable every single day. Sometimes you may be like, dang, Coach on me, but I'm the type of player that kind of like that because it's like, okay, so you're going to get on me, watch what I do next. So I kind of like how he just gets on me. But I do remember that first time he did get on that mic with me. I was like, ooh, this how he going to be. But, he just wants to see how you respond and see how certain things, how you respond after that. And I respect him as a coach so much. So I appreciate him for, holding me at a certain standard.
When did you realize that on the mic, doesn't matter what field you're on, Kirby will call you out?
I realized when I was in the indoor and I didn't even know where he was at. I thought he was outside. I don't know where he was at. Sometimes you don't even know where he's at. You can't even see him. But you're going to hear him on that mic. He going to make sure you hear him.
And that's literally what KJ was just saying. He said
Definitely.
One of the first examples was he was in the indoor. He was pretty sure Kirby was outside. And he was saying KJ's name. Does that happen a lot?
Oh, yeah, definitely. And you don't know where he's at. You looking around where is he at? Can't even find them, but you gonna hear them though.
You were speaking about kind of that family aspect, the culture of Georgia. How would you assess it, man? You know, in terms of the difference between USC and how you become acclimated to the team.
Yeah, I feel like both programs had a great, culture and things like that. I had a great time at both universities while I was at that other university as well. But, I just been trying to embrace the culture here ever since I've been here. Like I said, Coach Smart has a certain standard that he wants guys to be upheld to, and I can respect that. So, just trying to be the best version of myself every single day, trying to push myself to get guys around me better, not only myself. It's something that I feel like is something big that's within this program, and I try to uphold that every day.
Yeah, naturally, man, you're a West Coast guy. You're from the bottom. You play in California, but has your appreciation for the South in general grown?
Oh yeah, definitely. I feel like the hospitality that I got shown as soon as I came here was immensely important for me. Everybody was pretty nice. Everybody was showing love, which was pretty cool. I didn't even get a chance to do anything yet. I haven't even put the pads on, but everybody was just welcoming me and giving me a warm welcome, which is something that I can always appreciate. Is genuine people. That's something that I've been raised on. My parents, always telling me everything's straight. So I've got nothing but that here, and I love the South as well.
And last thing, man, I recently just spoke to your teammate Dalen Everett, man. He commended you for your attitude, your toughness in practice. Just speak about maybe that friendly competition that y'all might have, and how iron may sharpen iron, and how you guys make each other better.
Oh yeah, no, we definitely have a lot of great dudes on this team, man. Specifically Dalen as well. We always do compete. Every time I line up against him, I know I gotta bring my A game. That's a reason why I came here, because I know other players around me are gonna try to compete and bring their A game every day. So that forces you to get better at something every single day. So it's definitely been a blessing. I feel like I've got way better this year, just going against guys in practice who are willing to go as hard as I'm willing to go, and we have the same mindset. So it's definitely been pretty cool.
Thank you.
One of the things Kirby said about you, it was probably like a month ago, he said you're a football junkie. You got to do that to play football, obviously, but how would you describe the way that you are a football junkie?
I would just say, everything that is given to me, I try to take full advantage of it. Like the facility's pretty much open 24/7. We got the fingerprint, so we can go in there at any moment. Like I might just be playing a game at my house for a little bit, and then I'm like, hey, I'm kind of tired of playing the game, so I might just go up to the facility. I might text one of the guys, like, let's get some catches in real quick, one of the EQ guys, or I might just go in there and do some extra footwork drills, go up there, watch extra film. I'm always just trying to find ways to get better at the game that I love. So, I think that's something that has given me an extra edge this year, just being consistent and disciplined with, the extra work and the extra things that I do within football, because I do love the game, and, always trying to find something to get better at. So it might be 10 o'clock at night, 11 o'clock, I'm in a facility. I might just be up there just doing something to find myself to get better. So I think that's something that, makes me a football junkie for sure.
How many times have you been the only one in the facility?
Pretty. I mean, there's always a couple guys here and there, but I think I'm pretty much in there a lot. I'm pretty much the last person to leave every day. It's a few of us that are always like the last guys to leave, because I always got to get my extra like little circuit that I do after practice, and then I got to get my recovery and things like that. And then there's one time I had to go meet one of my recovery guys at my house a little bit earlier. I didn't get a chance to do all the recovery things at the end, so I was gonna come after, and everybody was like, you good? Like, why are you in the locker room right now? Like, you usually not in here. So, it's pretty cool just to see a lot of the guys, knowing how my routine is and stuff. But there's a lot of guys that do get extra work as well, too, which is something that I love about this program.
Who are some of the guys that you lean on a lot for those extra work sessions?
I kind of got some of the young guys into it recently, but before I used to do it with Sokobe White, Kobe Young. He jumps in there with me sometimes too. But there's a lot of guys that all the receivers pretty much do extra stuff after practice, whether it's together or like on their own. But another one of the freshman guys who just came in, Craig, one of the receivers, he's been doing the circuit with me after practice every single day since he's came. So I told him just find a routine for himself, something that works for him, and then no matter how he feels, you got to do it, because it's going to pay off one way or another. So yeah.
What do you feel like is an underrated aspect of your game specifically?
Underrated aspect of my game? I'll definitely say my blocking. I'm not like the 6'5" type receiver, but I got a tenacity to me and a toughness that, whoever's in front of me, I'm going to give my best every single time. And I feel like I've done a great job, being able to block downfield and try to spring some of my guys open and spring some of my guys for a touchdown as well. I feel like if you're not the 6'5", 6'4" receiver, they wouldn't expect you to be blocking and things like that. But I take pride in that as well. I try to be an overall complete player, for my team, and I feel like that's something that gets overlooked a little bit.
When did that start for you? When you figured out, okay, look, I'm not 6'5", but I got to do something else. I could be a chip block, whatever the case may be. When did that start to change in your game?
I would say around definitely in high school. I always had that mindset. I was never always like the biggest guy on my team or in middle school or the biggest guy at the school. So I always knew I had to have an extra edge and something. I feel like that's where all my extra work and things like that come into play. I always just try to find an extra edge to get over somebody else, because I know there's a lot of people that are working in the country, and I'm going to have to see them one day. So, I feel like that's my mentality every single day, and I think I realized that at an early on age that I had to, try to be the best version of myself. And then I would say just to realize that helping in other aspects rather than just getting the ball, that I noticed was definitely in high school, because you're not gonna play if you can't do other things when you don't have the ball, because then you're just another guy on the field. So I feel like I took pride in that early on, and I feel like that definitely helped me to where I am today.
Good stuff.